It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
To get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Commanding this unit will be the 6'2 quarterback out of BYU. It's Taysom Hill.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. There's Hill. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Play fake. Hill. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
On 4th down, Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Let's go now.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that was good protection there. That was great protection there because of the rod is a recognized receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Geno. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Geno. It's caught. Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
Illegal touching.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, here's pressure, and the Saints block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. Past the 20. 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Reload! Reload! Unlock line! Check! Panther! Check!
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Geno now to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Smith. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go now. Hurry, hurry.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They go play fake, and it's Hill. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it.
He's got him in, complete. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 35 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Play action. It's Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 now on his own, but it'll be second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Second down and 3. Here's Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now here's Michael Dixon. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Hill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off of play action, Hill. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Try to pound it in, Camaro. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
From the 41, Hill.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Hill. A little track jump. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So here we go on 4th. Hill forced out to his left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And they take a knee. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.